WHO 13 political director Dave Price joins us now. Dave, the Iowa Democratic Party is making its case on why the caucuses should remain first.
And took that first step today. The party chair sent a notice to the Democratic National Committee, and it's a letter of intent. It notifies the Democratic National Committee that Iowa wants to remain first in 2024 and that it is willing to change the caucuses as a way to win over DNC members. Now, the criticism about the caucuses is that the rules are too complicated. Caucusing usually requires you to be in a certain place at 7 o'clock at night on a certain night, which is difficult if it's bad weather, if you have to work, if you don't have childcare, if you have mobility or transportation issues. Almost every state in the country now uses a primary system rather than a caucus. But Iowa Democratic leaders say they are willing to change the caucuses. In the letter to the DNC, it said in part, "We recognize that caucuses need to change with the times. What worked in 1976 is not the best practice for a 21st century democracy. Our state law mandates that the parties hold caucuses at least 8 days prior to any primary. However, it is not prescriptive as to how those caucuses must be conducted. We intend to reform those procedures to ensure that they are accessible and straightforward." Here are some possible changes.
Just off the top of my head, things we can do, simplify the process. Maybe there's no longer realignment. The 15% threshold, could be a question that we need to discuss. There was a non-present participation aspect, and maybe that's something we can resurrect and maybe strengthen that.
Those are some of those complicated rules that critics complain about. But Scott Brennan cautions, though, that the party's ruling committee, the State Central Committee in Iowa, would have to approve any changes. He was just suggesting some ideas that have been talked about. But those conversations with those committee members are underway. And Iowa Democrats will make their formal presentation to the DNC next month in D.C. That'll include those proposed changes that they discuss. Until then, they expect to hear from the DNC in August about which states can get the waivers here to begin the presidential selection process in 2024. But there are tens of millions of dollars in ads, travel, staff, and food that the First in the Nation caucuses usually bring into this state. So those are at stake. A lot of money at stake.
Yeah, for sure.